With the skyline of Manhattan as our backdrop, we are across the East River in the fabled borough of Brooklyn, New York. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Nighthawks of Brooklyn.
Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Brooklyn ball club. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the offense, my goodness, over 50 points in the win last weekend. When you do that, you're not going to lose very many games, maybe not any games.
Ready, break!
On the ground, this is Amari in Hampton. Powering forward. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Again, it's Hampton.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Just 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 29-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Hampton. Down at the 25. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. 24 yards. And the Nighthawks use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
And New York set to take the field.
A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it as they head out on the field for this drive. That whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They were down fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10, as they've got things rolling on this drive. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Paul want to give up the middle, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
And 8-yard pickup.
That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards. It's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Fields. He'll get that out to the flat to right.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
A 7-yard gain. And the Jets, 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And not an easy spot here. He'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now Fields going to run.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
That's good for a quick lift. 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Hampton.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
A run once more with Hampton.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10.
They're going to look to throw.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass is 30th on the year. Down attack on the extra point.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Nighthawks.
That time a 6-play drive.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Time for another drive here for this Jets offense.
And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball is snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
The Nighthawks offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. Remember, he called his own number on the touchdown run earlier, and that's something he's been able to do with some frequency this season, as you see here where he ranks among NFL quarterbacks.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Nighthawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over him. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
Extra point try now from Dicker.
And it's 21-3. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
Dicker to kick off.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Jets ready to get going again here on offense.
And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
Here's Fields.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. And they'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd down and long. Back to throw, Fields.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Jets first down. A gain of 19 yards.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
A loss of 4 yards.
Fields. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. And he is caught.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now Fields. Throwing quickly to Wilson. Second down and a little more than a yard here.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
To the air again, Fields. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
Make it 2 weeks in a row now. He's kind of been Johnny on the spot. A fumble recovered last week, and now 2 in a row.
Reminds me a little bit of an old teammate of mine. We used to call him the Vulture because he would swoop in and clean up after the play was made. But, boy, we said it with a lot of affection because he made a lot of game-changing plays by getting to the football that did not loose.
What was your nick?
Can you go get me some water, guy, please? The rest of us are playing.
Yeah, right. Too humble. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And it's scooped up by the Jets.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
From the 26, they'll line up on second and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
A final shot before the break. Fields.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
So halftime straight ahead, and that means we go to Scott Hansen. It is our EA Sports halftime report. Scott, take it away.
Our trip around the NFL starts now with a good matchup in the NFC. All right, Brandon, thanks much. Week 12 is here. After this weekend, 2/3 of the regular season will be in the rearview mirror. Let's get into the highlights. And it's Kyler Murray. Touchdown from 20 yards away. The Cardinals up their mark to 7-4 with this win. Next up, we go to Big D, specifically Arlington, Texas. Check in on the Cowboys as they host the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this is Jalen Tolbert. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. One more to show you. Let's go to Philadelphia. It's the Eagles hosting the Washington Commanders. And here he goes. It's Saquon. He gets the ball, and we have liftoff. He has cleared the tower, and he's gone. 14-all the score at the half. And a look now at the rest of the action around the league here in week number 12. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half, as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. Got to keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
He's going to take another shot here. Touchdown! A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Nighthawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. The drive begins with a carry by Hampton.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
They'll work inside here, Hampton.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
He'll drop to throw.
It's taken in by Quentin Johnston.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 20-yard line.
That's good for Brooklyn. First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now back to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll set up a throw.
That's to Omarion Hampton out of the backfield.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Omarion Hampton,
A 20-yard touchdown.
and the Nighthawks are pouring it on. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and it worked well.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive that time of 6 plays.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The New York set to take the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Fields now to throw.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Now it's Fields. He'll try and do this himself.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. It's Hampton. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On the give, this is Hampton.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Man, and he hits him in stride. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
3rd and 6.
They'll set up to throw.
He'll try and do this himself.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. And he's got it. Touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Nighthawks get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Point try now from Dicker.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And New York set to take the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Straight ahead is home.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Play action. It's Fields.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here's Fields.
Pressure comes and down he goes. Deshaun Hand. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for New York. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20. Seven-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a look and a loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Pass hauled in by Johnston.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Here's Dart. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
At the 50-yard line.
Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterbury.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Now he's going to step up and run. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. All the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together.
To throw is Fields.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
The Nighthawks offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And he's been as productive as anyone in the NFL in the middle part of this season. NFL's leader in receiving yards to this point, and he doesn't appear to be slowing down anytime soon. To throw now, Dart. He'll check this one down to Scatterbury.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
That's good for a Brooklyn 1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Dart going to give to Scatterbury.
And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
Looking to throw, Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
This is caught. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
That's to his running back, complete. Touchdown.
Cam Scatterbury
From a yard out.
and the Nighthawks extend their lead, and they are about to get to a 9-2 record.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now to tack on the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off.
Able to slither by. Still fighting for more.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And now out come the Jets.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here's Fields. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The home team's offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. Some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. To throw, Dart. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
An inside run to Scatterbury.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
22-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back.
From the 22 now, here's the 2nd down and 6. Give up the middle, Scatterbury.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's good for a Brooklyn first down.
Again, it's Scatterbury.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Now 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he will find his man on the outside. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get it to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guy less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And New York set to take the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. They do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for Brooklyn, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get to stay home again next week.